to this Super Mario Land 2 randomizer race between BeastFrisian and Oh Dear. Both of these players are 2-0 in the tournament. This one's going to be an interesting race because both these players are amongst the best that you'll see in Randomizer. Now, I will say I have faced BeastFrisian and I know how good he is, and I've also seen how good Oh Dear is, so this will be an interesting race, so strap in, folks. Just a quick explanation as well, this is in the Beast mode. Beast mode makes things a lot more difficult compared to the normal mode that you can run in this randomizer. Well, I believe we're just getting the players ready at this moment in time, so if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. And also say if my mic levels are fine. So we should be starting any second now. And we are off. So the first stage we've got is actually a secret, one of the secret stages. And they both get carrots. Now trust me, a carrot in beast mode is going to be something that both players will be very, very happy about. The carrot in randomizer makes some of the stages very, very easy. Because it just allows you to float everything. How do you unlock beast mode? If you use the randomizer tool, there's actually a button you can press for beast mode, and it just makes things very, very difficult. Everything is randomized in this Eldrest. In beast mode, everything is randomized further. So platforms, everything can be randomized in beast mode. Get out your resident sleepers, folks. Looks like we've got ourselves an auto-scroller. So auto-scrollers are also randomized. It just happens to be that the one stage that isn't normally an auto-scroller is the auto-scroller in this randomizer. So stages can be absolutely anywhere as well. So, for example, you can actually have the first room be, for example, Pumpkin Zone, and the boss actually be Star Zone. And that boss will also have the same physics. Both players getting through this stage absolutely fine at the moment. Both finding money bags as well. BeastFrisian opting to take the money bag. Money bag coins could actually end up being a little bit useful at the end if they run into horrible physics in the castle. Both getting through the stage scot-free. Believe it or not, it is easier to die on that stage than it looks. And Beast opting to not take the bubble. Interesting. They're both taking lower end. Oh, Beast losing his carrot there. Of course, the bubble will not work because we have Space 1 physics. Interesting enough, the bubble physics in this stage do not function properly if you have space physics. So what normally happens here in this stage is that you have normal physics and the bubble will allow you to fly to the top of the screen. Now, because of the space physics, that gets overwritten. So in this case, you've got space physics and bubble mechanics that do not work well together. Beast opting now to swap to the Fire Flower, and Oh Dear has kept his carrot so far. Interesting decision will be which exit these two go for. Oh Dear taking the low road, which is the wrong exit, and Beast follows him. Both taking the wrong exit there. Very interesting that they both went for the same exit, in fact. That's going to make this stage a little bit more interesting now that they're both Small Mario. So the question that's going to be on everybody's lips now is, how do you get to the other exit? Now that the space physics are in play and you haven't got bubble physics working properly. That's an interesting one. You need to do a fully extended jump to be able to reach it. Because there's a platform just before the end of the bottom route that you can just about stretch your jump to reach. And believe me, I'm glad about that. You can see Oh Dear losing his power up here. Struggling to keep his power up in this stage this time around. A bit of a role reversal actually, because Beast lost his power up right at the start of this stage last time, but this time he's kept his Fire Flower. And we'll see, you can see here, Otis showing how tight the jump is. It's like, if you don't hold up all the time, the whole time there, you're not going to reach that platform. And we've got even more space physics now with Tree Zone 1. But Beast taking the other route, which is in fact Mario 2. So at this stage, as long as everything goes well for Beast, he should come out maybe ahead of Oh Dear. The only other problem with the space physics for Oh Dear as well is the fact that you cannot actually sprint. You're at a set speed and you can't go any quicker. Beast also finding the star as well, which is helping his progress a lot here. Might also help set up his kill counter if he wishes to go for that at the end. Finds another Fire Flower. And Beast is off to the first boss stage. Which, how ironic, is actually the Space Zone. Anybody noticing the theme here? The boss stage is a space stage, and we've had space physics throughout the entirety of this first world. So Oh Dear taking that left route is now around about, I would say about 25 seconds behind here. Because Beast opted for the other route and managed to fly through that stage. It's also nice to see normal physics in this stage because, believe me, with other physics, this stage can be very, very difficult, especially on Beast mode. Ooh, Beast losing his Fire Flower there. Oh Dear picking one up on his side. See what Beast gets in terms of power-ups here. And it's both money bags. Also remember, in Beast mode, there are no midways. So you can't take a death halfway through the stage and then come back in the middle. You will go right back to the beginning of the stage. And in quite a few scenarios, those midway bells are actually replaced with enemies. So Beast off to the boss, and it's the 3 little piggies. One of the more intriguing bosses of this, because there are actually quite a few high-speed strats that you can do here. But the space physics makes this boss very, very easy. And that's coin number 1 for BeastFrisian at 6 minutes 57 seconds. A very clean first world there by Beast. We'll see where Oh Dear comes in. Last pig went down at 7 minutes 14 seconds, so about 15-second difference between these two. So Beast taking the quicker route in Tree Zone is definitely giving them the upper hand here. Now Star Stage is what is known as Pumpkin 3. And that's a carrot for Beast, and he loses it immediately! That could be costly, because that could, if he has to take the low road and it's the wrong exit, he won't be going up the Space Zone, sorry. It's because I'm hearing the Star Zone song, that's why. Or the Star song. Will Oh Dear keep his carrot? Yes, he does. So we're going to see 2 different routes here, potentially. Yep, Beast is going to have to take the low road here. And we'll see if it is the quicker road, or whether he's going off the macro. Because if you take the wrong exit here, you will end up going to macro and then have to redo the stage. And that's the wrong exit. And Beast opts to just do the other exit. Interesting. Because the optional thing you could do here is you could beat macro zone, then go on to space zone, and then just carry on from there. So Oh Dear with the right exit and heads off to space. A nice neon blue. The space evening. And here comes the most notorious randomizer stage. It is, of course, Turtle 2. Home of the infamous Gauntlet. And let's see what the Gauntlet has in store tonight. Because believe me, the Gauntlets in this can be very difficult. The stage as a whole is very, very difficult in Randomizer. And it's a bullet bill in the middle of that. Believe me, you can get 2 sharks there, and it makes progressing through that very, very difficult. And Beast has just arrived as well. He arrives with a carrot. Can he keep a hold of it? No, he doesn't! Loses the carrot on the first enemy. Lots of bullet bills, plenty of sharks. Will OD get through? And OD is through. And the slash confirming it's not possible to get through that spike as first enemy. And the Gauntlet is the wrong exit. And Beast, not knowing this, has also taken that exit. So OD and Beast both having to take the normal exit here. And obviously both of them being small, this is going to be a little bit more difficult. Because there's obviously no midway, and of course, a shark decides to show up. Oh, OD taking a death there. Ooh. Getting through sharks in close quarters like that is not easy to do. We'll see if BeastFrisian has any better luck. And he gets through first try. So the lead has changed hands again here. Beast taking the lead back. And finds a carrot. And now you may notice here on Beast's screen he hit what looked like a bullet bill. Now, what can happen sometimes in Randomizer is because of some of the way that the enemies are swamped, sometimes they can actually appear invisible, especially bullet bills. Sorry, bullet bills can only appear invisible. And believe me, finding an invisible bullet bill can be very frustrating. So OD just catching up a little bit, trying to make up for the earlier death in this stage. By the way, might I say, that bullet bill spawn, one of the trolliest places that it can actually spawn, because it's almost impossible to avoid it. And Beast going back, looks like he's going to play the roulette. Now remember here, the roulette is also randomized. This is new in this season of Super Mario Land 2 Randomizer, that the order of the items is randomized as well. But he gets a carrot and he's off to face zone boss, which is... the start of it is macro. And it's got full space physics. Oh dear, looked like he was gonna go for the bonus game, but opted out of it. We'll see if that was a good decision or not. And BeastFrisian just finding his way through. On it being not been too many issues on Beast's screen so far. But so far, in terms of the 2 secret exits, both of players have gone for the incorrect exit first. And it's the witch fight from Pumpkin Zone, which is the boss of this zone. Let's see what pattern Beast gets. Got left. Followed by another left. Will we see a 3 left cycle? No, a left, left, right cycle. And that's 1333 for BeastFrisian's second coin. Let's see how our idea gets on. Starts with the right. Wait. Yeah. another right. Is this going to be the complete opposite of Beast's pattern? Right, right, left, and oh dear, of course, on the right-hand side of the screen, that was oh dear's second coin at 13.58. So about half minute difference between these two right now. And Beast entering Macro Zone has got Space 1 with normal physics. With that carrot, he should be able to fly through the stage with ease. No, Odie does not have that carrot, so he will be doing standard platforming. And just look at Beast, look, barely losing any height here. Just dropping down. Looks like he's just trying to get... Looks like he's gonna take the secret exit route here. Now, will Oh Dear follow suit? We'll find out. As you can see on Oh Dear's screen, the route without carrot with these physics is a little bit more treacherous. Anyway, let's see whether that's the right exit for Beast. It was the correct exit. He finds the secret exit, which is Tree Zone 3. Let's see if he gets the trick here. Will he get it? Interesting platforms, but he does get it. And Oh Dear is going to be taking the low road here. So at the moment, Beast has a one-stage lead. And he's already in the boss. It'll be interesting to see if Oh Dear does double back here. Will he double back and take the secret exit, or will he carry on? He carries on. And he's got more space physics to deal with. That's a running theme tonight in this scene. And the whole time whilst Oh Dear is dealing with these physics, BeastFrisian is starting to build himself quite a comfortable lead. But Beast losing his carrot. Only moon physics. Thanks for the correction, Slash. I should remember there's a difference between space and moon physics. I just got Space 1 and Space 2 physics. So Beast has got the bird fight. Here to finish Macro. And we're swapping audio over to BeastFrisian. And that's a 4-hit bird fight. And that's a 16.23 for the third coin. Spike hitboxes can be absolutely dreadful in this game. As someone who speedruns this game himself, believe me, I've experienced my fair share of troll spike hitboxes. So BeastFrisian heading towards Pumpkin. Oh Dear currently, at this point, a net 2 stages behind. But Pumpkin Zone can change this all around, remember, because there are 2 secret exits. However, Oh Dear does have a simple stage here. This is the Pumpkin Secret Stage, first Pumpkin Secret Stage, which is a very, very short stage. Beast checking out what those power-ups are. Finds nothing but money bags. Been seeing a lot of money bags in this seed so far. And Beast just running through the stage, and Oh Dear fighting his way towards the third boss, which we know now is the bird fight. Beast climbing up those platforms. Ooh, nearly got hit by the Koopa there. But a nice spin jump to avoid it. Pumpkin 2 is Free Zone Macro 1, sorry. I forgot what stage that was. But we'll see what exit Beast goes for first here. He's got himself a carrot. Takes a couple of attempts to pick the carrot up, actually. Checks the high one and checks that high one and sees the star in it. Oh Dear, 1820 for the pickup of the third coin. But remember, Pumpkin Zone is where races have been won and lost in the past. If you get 2 wrong exit choices here, your opponent has a really good chance of catching up. So Beast looks like he's gearing up to take the secret exit route. He is taking the secret exit route. Now we'll see which exit that is. That's the wrong exit choice. And the secret exit is Tree Zone 4, which definitely do not want to waste time completing. So what this means is if Odie does not take the secret exit, then he will catch up by quite a bit here. Nice avoiding of the Shelled Cooper there by Oh Dear. Now here's the interesting choice. Will Oh Dear take the normal exit, or will he take the secret exit like Beast did at the start? Oh Dear does have the carrot in play. You're gonna be wondering if he's contemplating taking, maybe taking the carrot that we saw earlier on. That is it, a little bit later on in the stage. Let's see what Oh Dear does. He looks like he's gonna take the Fire Flower here. Yeah, he's gonna take the Fire Flower. Now we've got Tree Zone 2 on BeastFrisian screen. Now, is Oh Dear gonna take the secret exit as well here? Yeah, both players playing pretty much what we're expecting. Both of them getting the power from, of course, taking the secret exit first. Like Learner saying, this looks like heaven compared to what they had. Yeah, to be in the third stage of Zone 4 for Beast at 21 minutes, this could be a sub 40 Beast seed, which is very, very quick for a Beast mode seed. So Oh Dear taking the wrong exit as well. Pretty much following in Beast's footsteps. Now, is the secret exit going to be the right choice for Beast here? Since there's the secret exit, Beast is only 1 for 3. The only secret exit he's got first right is the macro zone. And that's the wrong exit as well. He's 1 for 4 on first tries of these exits. Doesn't even look at the stage and just is like, no, I'm not down for that. So, interesting that 3 out of the 4 stages Beast has got wrong and Oh Dear hasn't got any of them right. Interesting. Oh Dear just floating through? Now, will Oh Dear take the secret exit here? That's what's going to be interesting. I suspect that he's going to. Stranger things have happened in Randomizer. And Beast going towards the correct exit this time. Picking that extra 1 up. Believe me, in these Beast mode seeds, lives can actually come into play. Potentially. Especially with how crazy some of the Warriors we've seen in the previous seasons here in Beast mode. So Beast coming towards the end of Pumpkin 3. Does take the bell. Interesting move here. We'll see what he gets. Gets the carrot again first try. Interesting to see what stage it's going to be. Now, will Oh Dear take the secret exit here? He opts to. which means he's gonna figure out it's the wrong exit. And Beast flying through Pumpkin Boss, which is actually the vanilla stage. True. That's very true, Slash. But Beast flying through Pumpkin Zone boss like it's nothing here. The boss is the rat boss from Macro. We'll see how he handles it with the physics, which are normal, and it's more than 4 hits. Does take a hit, needs to be careful. Takes 5 hits, and that's 24-46 for BeastFrisian's 4th coin. Comfortably at least a stage and a half ahead here at this point. Oh dear, going through Tree 2, or otherwise known as Pumpkin 3 in this case. Picking another extra life up. Into Mario Zone for Beast. What's he got? I believe this is Macro 2. Yeah, this is Macro 2 stage. It's always intriguing to see floating fish like that. It's always intriguing. But oh dear, heading towards the pumpkin boss. And that ant in the water looks like he's having way too much fun. And we've got another one. Looks like we've got the dancing ants out tonight. Anyway, Beast at the halfway point of this stage. Nice pick up of the Firefly there by oh dear, that's actually going to help him against this upcoming boss. The party ants. Most likely hearing the music and just can't help but dance. But oh dear, coming up to the rat boss. Now the fact that he has Firefly here should mean he has a better chance of getting the 1 cycle. It is however a 5-hit boss, which is going to be a challenge. He gets the 1 cycle. And that's 26.33 for oh dear's 2nd coin. Remember, Beast did have to take a 2nd cycle to beat the rat, so a little bit of catch up done there by oh dear. And Beast now in... He's in one of the secret stages here. I think it's the 2nd pumpkin secret stage, if I'm not mistaken. And he's just floating over it. This is why Carrot is so important in Randomizer, because it makes a lot of stages quite trivial, especially when you can float like these 2 players can. Into the Mario 3, and it is Space Secret. One of the in my opinion, one of the weirdest designed levels. And oh dear, is coming up to the party ants. Deciding to have a dance himself. Deciding while he's waiting for the fish to go by, he's like, oh, I'll just join in dancing myself. And he does have some good moves. And that scores an 8 from the judges. And Beast now heading into the Mario boss, which is Moon Physics. And it's the Tree Zone stage. Oh dear, interestingly, with the Firefly, he is picking up a lot of kills here. Maybe planning to try and get the star in Wario's Castle, potentially. His kill count's much higher than Beast's is, so... it could make a difference later on. This is... this is a ridiculously fast Beast mode seed so far. And Beast is... he's absolutely tearing through it at the moment. But give credit to oh dear as well, because he's keeping within 2 stages in terms of pace-wise, so... But remember, even though oh dear is somewhat behind here, Wario's Castle can completely change everything. We've seen it in the past 2 seasons where Wario's Castle can basically change a race entirely. It can turn it from a race that someone looks like they're going to dominate into a situation where, you know, things suddenly change so much that the person who's behind has a chance of winning. And the fastest Beast Mode we've had is 34.05. And Beast's third coin was not much shy of 29, so definitely on sub 40 pace if Wario's Castle behaves here. But as I say, Wario's Castle can change this. So Oh Dear is definitely not out of this race. And only a stage behind now. And we have the Overworld auto-scroller, but with no scrolling. Trust me, this auto-scroller in the standard game is an absolute pain to get through. With the auto-scroller on it. So slow. BeastFrisian's fastest Beast Mode is a 35 and Oh Dear's is a 36. So Beast is actually on PB pace here. Sorry, that Oh Dear's was a 38.12. My mistake. And Beast is now in what is, I believe, Pumpkin Zone 2. So if anything, both of these players, looking at where Oh Dear is in his PB, he's not that far behind his PB, actually. But as I say, once again, it comes down to Wario's Castle. Whether these two get PBs or not. Or whoever wins, in fact. So, Oh Dear on this space boss, and he absolutely just tears through it. Beast opting to pick up a Fire Flower here. But loses it immediately on that. I don't know what they're meant to be. They look like some sort of like fire sprite of some description. But Oh Dear with his 5th coin at 30.35. Another money bag for Beast. Definitely don't want to be picking, no need picking them up at this point. And Oh Dear has just entered Turtle. And he does continue to pick up kills here. It does look like he's... It does look like he's trying to pick up some kills. Maybe for Wario's Castle. He loses the Fire Flower. The vote on challenge, which is ran before every single match, has a 40-60 split in Beast's favour here. And also the correct exit as well for Beast. And we'll see... Oh, that's a great dodge by Beast to not take hit on the Bonefish. But the intriguing thing, once again, as I've said, is look at Oh Dear's kill count. He's got that to a point where he can potentially get the start in Wario's Castle. And that's 32-10 for Beast's 6th and final coin. He's going off to Wario. A very, very quick 6 coins here for Beast. And he'll be the first one to bear witness to what Wario's Castle has in store. Which, believe me, in Beast Mode is a very exciting prospect. And Oh Dear is taking the low road. That's not the right exit. If he does take a hit here, I wonder if he's just going to opt for the other exit. He does take a hit. Will he opt to go to the other exit, or will he go for a power-up here? Meanwhile, on Beast's screen, let's see what Wario has in store. We have normal physics. But Deer was going for the wrong exit, but if he does not die here, he will actually have saved himself and given himself some sort of chance here. So Oh Dear taking a hit there, actually paying off for him. Yeah, the castle music is actually sped up Space Zone 1 music, which is interesting. Which is one aspect I didn't mention that is randomized in Randomizer is the music. Music can be sped up quite a bit. Definitely, that is one way to pull out. That's what we call pulling a late learner. Where you take a hit, when you're going for the wrong exit and you eventually find out that the exit you were going for was actually incorrect. Or pulling a Ross as well, as we sometimes call it. But if Beast doesn't have any more issues here, this could be... It's not going to be a PB for him, but it's still going to be a very, very quick Beast Mode time. Now remember here as well, in Wario's Castle, the platforms are randomized, which can make progressing through some of these areas very, very treacherous. And we'll see how O'Dear deals with the octopus. He doesn't have a power-up. And Beast through the first room without any issues at all. If there were other physics like space or moon physics here, the hitboxes on these particular enemies can be very annoying to deal with. And Beast is on to Wario himself. And he's going for the throne strats here. It's a 4 hits first cycle here for Beast. Only a money bag. The reason why Beast is waiting there, by the way, if you're interested, folks, is to get the optimal cycles. If you enter this room, as I believe it's a 0, a 3, or a 7, you get the best cycles on Wario. And only a 3-hit second room. And Beast is entered the final room of Wario. And Beast is done with a time... Sorry, he's done now. I thought that was going to be a 3-hit, sorry. He's done with a time of 35:33. A very, very quick time for a Beast Mode seed. And he even gets Shoe Glitch. So BeastFrisian defeats O'Dear, and he will go 3-0 in this tournament. A great performance by BeastFrisian throughout the whole of this seed. Just waiting to see if O'Dear does set himself a PB here. Remember, his PB is a 38-12, so he still can be a PB for O'Dear here. And also get out your GGs for Beast. Oh, O'Dear missing the platform there. That couldn't have been much tighter if he had tried. We're talking maybe 2-3 pixels off of that platform. O'Dear gonna have to give this a second try here. Gonna try and get part. Oh, he does take a hit on the big fireball. If you're O'Dear just right now, you're just like, let's just get this done. But it's so unlucky on that platform. Quick, interesting thing here. You may notice O'Dear's jumping to the left there. That's to buffer the strat of the platform at the bottom there. It means that he can actually make it scroll at a point where he can actually just jump from the first one onto the second one. Actually saves a good couple of seconds. They're opting to not go for the jump there, and I do not blame him. O'Dear finds the money back. Let's see how he deals with this room. This room was this had me gritting my teeth a little bit on Beast's screen, but he dealt with it very well. And O'Dear just flying through it with ease. And it looks like we've got Beast in the chat, in the voice now. GG.
Hello, thanks.
That seemed very, very smooth for you throughout. Was there any points where you felt that it was difficult?
Not really difficult, but I know that I lost a lot of time to a lot of bad exits.
Yeah. Yeah, even O'Dear had struggled with the exits as well. I think you only were, you're like 2 for 5 on the secret exits?
Yeah, I think I had Macro, the favorable choice, and in Turtle, I got it right.
Yeah, in Turtle. It was interesting that a lot of them were actually normal exits in that case. And O'Dear
that's right.
Yeah, O'Dear entering second room. Some of the platforms, though, in Wario's Castle looked quite interesting. Because we saw O'Dear take a death in the first set of platforms.
Yeah, they're a bit tricky if they're pretty high. You hit the ceiling earlier, can't jump too far or jump into spikes.
Yeah. Oh dear, just finishing up it, and he finishes with an SRL time of 39:01, I believe. Get your GGs out for Oh dear, everybody. But you weren't far off your PB there. You were like 30 seconds off your PB, I believe. It was just a very, very clean run.
Beast Mode League PBA, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't played that many Beast Mode seeds yet. Obviously, since this is only the 5th season.
And we've also got Oh dear and a voice called GG as well.
Hello, thank you.
GG, dear.
GG Beast. Again.
Yeah, you had quite an interesting run there in Wario's Castle there. In that, when you just missed that platform, I couldn't help but go, because it was so tight.
Beast had already finished by that point, so...
Yeah. You might as well...
I was just trying, but does that work, just running off there, just for future reference.
Also, in the Turtle 2 stage, it was interesting that you went for the secret exit, but you actually... When you took the hit there, I thought you were going to go back and go for a parrot, but you actually went to the correct exit. It was interesting.
Yeah, I was just... that worked out for me, but I was just, like, gambling, or well, playing my chances, playing the odds.
Yeah, we had a couple of...
If I would have to go back, that takes way more time, then I might still be wrong, so why not go for the shorter exit first?
Yeah, we had a couple of people actually say in the chat that it was known as pulling the late learner.
Exactly. It's not too far off, yeah.
I was just saying to Beast beforehand that it was quite interesting that in both of your cases that most of the exit choices that were the normal exit choices were actually incorrect this time.
Yeah, that was quite frustrating.
It was definitely frustrating for sure. Let me just see if there's
you can never know. Like if you're up against a clearly stronger opponent, you might be tempted to gamble. Like always take the exit you think the other one wouldn't take. But since Beast and I are pretty much on the same level, that is not necessarily a good idea.
The interesting thing as well was actually from in Tree Zone where Beast actually started to establish a lead because the other route he took didn't actually have space physics. Because I know the route that you took actually had I can't remember what stage it was, but it had full-on space physics, I believe.
I think we encountered, or at least I encountered, like 6 or 7 levels with some kind of space physics. It was pretty crazy and pretty slow.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Also, most of the time pretty easy because we had like 4 times like actual space physics.
Yeah, there was a lot of space physics in tonight's seed for sure. It was just one of those seeds where the amount of space physics was a little bit surprising, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I was saying to Beast while we were racing that this was not a hard seed at all. Like, that didn't feel like Beast mode. Because some of those physics changes were very, very advantageous for us.
Yeah, it was a weird situation where you have the physics changes, but in a lot of situations, those physics changes would actually be would negatively affect the runners. But in this case, in both your cases, they actually helped in a couple of stages that otherwise, with normal physics, might have been a little bit more complicated. The other interesting point is the gauntlet. That might have been one of the easiest beast mode gauntlets I have seen for a while.
Yeah, just had to stick to the bottom there.
It was almost like what we spoke about last season, where we talked about the shark gauntlet. There was a lot of sharks in that gauntlet, but they were not troublesome whatsoever.
Yeah. If certain enemy combinations are missing, like Bullet Bill and one of those slow-moving fish, that can be troublesome. But if all of the things are predictable, like sharks and Bullet Bills, then it's not much of a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Remember, I think that's everything covered. Remember, folks who follow these 2 awesome Super Mario Land 2 runners, these are among the best that you're going to find. You can find the links there. And also, thank you as well to Captain Green7 for the restream as well. It is greatly appreciated. The awesome work behind the scenes to get everything up and running. And I will say, this was my first time doing commentary for this, and it was an absolute blast doing it. So, GG to both of you. You put on a really good show tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Liam, for jumping in
It was
last
my
minute
pleasure.
for commentary.
It was my pleasure. I literally got the message 3 minutes before the race started, like, we need a commentator quick, and I couldn't help but throw my hat into the ring. I thought, you know what, I might as well go for it, and hopefully I did alright, folks, but as I say, remember to follow these two awesome runners,